What's up, people? This is Cool Chick number one coming to you again with some good stuff to talk about today. And what I want to say to you guys that I know I've been kind of spotty with doing my podcast and whatnot, and that will be corrected. And also, I'm just really trying to figure out what it is that I really want to focus on and what I would like to, share with you. And what was said to me was I was very passionate about my conversation on the female rappers. And so I just started really thinking about it. And the thing of it is, I need to talk about the things that excite me, and therein hope that it excites you too. So yes, I love talking about the female rappers before and the good things that they're doing and how the field is just totally opening up, and we just have all these female rappers to listen to. But what I really wanted to present to you to get today is that last night I went to see the movie Black and Blue. And what happened was that I was watching Wendy Williams, and Tyrese was on the show, and he was promoting the show and encouraging everyone to go. Well, normally I don't just run out and watch films based on that. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, I'm guilty of this. And what I'm guilty of is sometimes when it's a project that we are bringing forth, a story that we are bringing forth, I am like overly concerned with structure, I guess you could say. And is the story written well? How is the plot? How is the pacing? All that sort of thing. And what I would like to say is Black and Blue just totally blew my mind. Okay? And so spank me on the bottom, if you will. Give me a little spanking, because of course we all know that when we have, African American projects, they don't necessarily get the funding that some other projects get. They don't get that type of cash flow to make the projects as polished as possible. So with that being said, go out and see Black and Blue. It was high pace from the very beginning. And the stars of the show is, as I said before, Tyrese and Naomi Harris, who's an English actress. And she's been going through the circuit. She was in Moonlight. She was in Spectra with James Bond, 007. And of course, you guys, we know Tyrese from Baby Boy, the Transformer franchise, and also the Fast and the Furious franchise. But what going back to Black and Blue, what I would like to say is that, like I said, it's action packed from the very beginning, and it's a real adrenaline rush. And if you are adrenaline junkie, sorry about that. If you're an adrenaline junkie like I am, you will love it. If you love fight scenes, if you love game gunplay like I do, you will love this movie. But what I also want to bring forth is, yes, I'm an adrenaline junkie, but when it comes to movies, when it comes to anything, sometimes it's like a new boyfriend for me. I have that initial attraction, and I'm like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, I think I like, from the look on the outside. But then I want to dig a little deeper, okay? And see what's on the inside and how I connect to it, how this thing connects to me. be it art, music, movies, books, people. I always want to understand what's going on in the inside. And what I could really say about Black and Blue, which made me say, okay, I see you, Black and Blue, is this thing that African Americans have to deal with a lot of times when they choose a unpopular career path or a career path that takes them out of their environment. Okay? And that's what Officer Lewis, which I believe was the name of the character that Naomi Harris was playing, her thing was that she came from the hood and she went and she served her country, and she comes back to find that she is still on a battleground, in so many words. And what was really interesting about this story is the running theme for me, what I connected with, was Officer Lewis, Naomi Harris, the tightrope that she had to walk on between the world that she grew up in and the world that she was becoming a part of, which is the police department. Okay? And if you have to go into a career that's going to possibly alienate you from your community as an African American, try law enforcement. So even though there was a lot of action, there was a lot of decision making that she has to go through, for me, the running theme throughout this story is either you're one of us or you one of them. And Officer Lewis was getting this on both sides. She was getting it from the police department. She's a rookie. She's just getting started. And she almost, even though she doesn't deny her connection with her community, there's still a lot of pressure from the police department of, you're one of us now. So either you're one of us or you one of them. And another thing that Officer Lewis had to deal with was from her own community to become a police officer. That is almost like you are a traitor of sorts. So from her community, from her ties to her community, it was like, you made your choice. You don't belong here anymore. And even though she wanted to stay connected to her community and wants to help her community, her community doesn't see being a police officer as supportive of them. And it was really interesting that tightrope that she had to walk. And African Americans, we all know this. If you are, as I said, you're in a career path that takes you outside of your community, you're in this constant, what we call code switching. Okay. So you are behaving one way in your career space, in your workspace, and you're behaving another way in your home space with your family and your friends. And it can be a little trying because you begin to wonder, what is the real me? Who is, of these two structures that I have going on, what is real? Where am I real? Where am I real at home? Or is that the real me? Or I'm real at work? Is that the real me? And I feel that in my space, my workspace, which is out of my home environment, and it's, I have a professional license, I used to present myself in a particular fashion for a long, long time. And over the past, I would say about 10 years or so, with, acting classes and improv and doing comedy and that sort of thing. What I will say is it makes you strip. It makes you strip, become raw and vulnerable and showing yourself to the world. And so now in my workspace, I'm pretty much the same as I am at home, with the exception I hold my profanity because I can't do that in my workspace. I work with kids. So, that's what I kind of want to bring up in the thing of Black and Blue. Naomi Harris is walking this tightrope. She's torn between a space that she thinks she can help and a space that doesn't want her help. And movie is awesome. I don't want to tell you, there are some familiar faces in there that was not advertised with the movie, so I don't want to give that up. I actually myself, I like when I go to a movie and someone's in there that I didn't know was going to be there. Like, I went to see the movie Seven, which is with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey was in it, and it was a total moment when I saw him as the villain. So there's some familiar faces in Black and Blue. You'll just have to go to the movie to see it and totally enjoy yourselves. And what I would like to say also is that I want to bring up something that Tyrese said, and I gotta spank myself on the bottom for this one too. It was something very important that Tyrese brought up when he was on Wendy Williams, is that a lot of times we don't get excited, like super excited about African American projects. Sometimes. Okay. Now, Black Panther was just like this total anomaly. I think, the African American community was ready for that. We was here for it. Okay, our first Black action hero on that level. And I'm going to say on that level because I'm a big Blade fan. Okay, so we all know that's not the first Black action hero. But, with that being said, Tyrese pointed out that we are not excited about, what we produce. The movies that we produce for ourselves and support them. And so that's why I went to see Black and Blue last night. And I was like, he's right. And I'm guilty. And I'm going to go support our art. You know how Fubu used to say, for us, by us. Let's support our own stories. Because that's how we can get more stories made if we support them and go out and see them. Especially the first weekend, the opening weekend, second weekend if you can. So, once again, Black and Blue, action-packed, good fighting, good gunplay, a young lady at odds with two communities, and she's torn about what to do. And next time, I'll talk to you next time. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, coolchick_1 Instagram, coolchick_1 Twitter, and just plain old Miriam D. Pollock on Facebook. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.